Echoes from the Green Hills. If African history is often reduced by the West to pages of colonization and poverty, the story of the Zulu stands tall like the majestic Drakensberg Mountains, challenging every prejudice. Located along the eastern coast of South Africa, where the lush green hills of KwaZulu-Natal meet the turbulent Indian Ocean, the Zulu Kingdom is not merely the birthplace of warriors who struck fear into the mighty British Empire at Isandlwana. Deep beneath that steel military exterior lies a sophisticated civilization, a place where beads speak instead of words, where cattle possess souls, and where the philosophy of Ubuntu binds millions of individuals into an immortal unity. This narrative will not only recount the history of spears, it will step inside the beehive huts, listen to the whispers of spiritual healers, taste the sour tang of sorghum beer, and decode the secret language of love woven into beaded necklaces. This is a journey to discover the resilience of the people of the sky, AmaZulu. Origins of the people of the sky. In the native tongue, Zulu translates to sky or heaven. This name originates from the lineage's founding ancestor, Zulu Kamalandela, around the 17th century. That a small clan chose such a proud name seemed to be a prophecy of their future greatness. The Zulu referred to themselves as AmaZulu, the people of heaven, implying a noble status and a direct connection to the supreme powers. To understand them, one must look back to the great Bantu migration that occurred thousands of years ago. From Central Africa, Nguni-speaking groups moved southward, bringing with them iron-smelting techniques and cattle herding. By the 16th and 17th centuries, the land known today as KwaZulu-Natal had become home to many scattered Nguni groups. The geography here is incredibly diverse. Savanna grasslands suitable for grazing, fertile deep river valleys for agriculture, and the Drakensberg Mountains standing like a natural fortress wall. It was this geography that forged the Zulu character. Freedom-loving, attached to the land, and placing immense value on cattle. Before the 19th century, Zulu was merely the name of a very small clan among hundreds of Nguni clans. Life during this period was highly decentralized, with no supreme king ruling the entire region. The basic political unit was the tribe, Isizwe, led by a chief, Inkosi. Warfare during this time was ritualistic. Two sides would line up, throw spears from a distance, and trade insults to settle cattle disputes rather than to exterminate or seize territory. However, in the late 18th century, population pressure and commercial competition with the Portuguese at Delagoa Bay drove a need for centralized power. Two major powers emerged: the Imethethwa Confederacy led by Chief Dingiswayo and the Ndwandwe Confederacy. This was the critical backdrop that birthed Shaka Zulu. When Shaka ascended to leadership of the Zulu in 1816, he implemented changes that shook the entire Black continent. He realized that long throwing spears were useless in close combat, so he broke them, creating a short stabbing spear called the Iklewa, and equipped his troops with larger cowhide shields to cover the whole body. His greatest military legacy was the buffalo horns tactic, Impondo Zenkamo, which divided the army into 4 parts to encircle and completely annihilate the enemy. Coupled with iron discipline that forced soldiers to run barefoot on thorns to harden their feet, Shaka transformed the Zulu army into a machine of destruction. Shaka's conquest caused the Mfecane, a terrifying scattering and crushing of tribes across South Africa, but simultaneously erased old clan boundaries. The conquered became Zulu, promoted based on merit, creating a nation united by blood and powerful cultural assimilation. Social structure and daily life. The living space of the Zulu, known as the Umusi or kraal, is a masterpiece of social planning. Unlike the West, where the house is the center, the Umusi is built in concentric circles. The center is the cattle enclosure, Isibaya, the most sacred space where men gather and perform sacrificial rituals to ancestors. Surrounding this are beehive-shaped huts made of saplings and dry grass, with floors made of a polished mixture of clay and cow dung. The positioning of the huts reflects a strict hierarchy, with the Great Wife's hut located at the highest point opposite the entrance. The doorways are very low, forcing anyone entering to bow their head, a mandatory gesture of respect to the host and the ancestors residing within. Zulu society operates on the Amabuto system, age sets. When boys reach puberty, they undergo initiation rites and are gathered by the king into a regiment. From that moment, their loyalty shifts from their biological father to the king. Members of the same Amabuto eat, sleep, and fight together, regarding each other as blood brothers, breaking down clan tribalism to create a national identity. In peacetime, they serve as the primary labor force, building kraals, herding royal cattle, and maintaining order. The core philosophy defining Zulu morality is Ubuntu. A person is a person through other people. Solitary existence is meaningless, and the community is always central. This is evident in the legal system. Zulu courts have no prisons. When disputes arise, a council of elders holds an indaba aimed at restoring the broken harmony rather than punishment. The offender must pay compensation and apologize to be welcomed back into the community. In the Zulu economy, cattle are the soul. They are currency and a measure of social status. A man without cattle is an invisible man. Cattle also play a central role in marriage through the custom of lobola, the bride wealth paid by the groom's family to the bride's family. Lobola is not buying a wife, but an expression of gratitude for her upbringing and a spiritual thread connecting two lineages, with the belief that the bride's ancestors follow the cattle to the groom's home to offer blessings. Beliefs, spirituality, and medicine. The Zulu do not believe in death as an end. The departed become amadlosi, ancestors, living in the invisible world right beside the living, typically residing in the cattle kraal. Ancestors are intermediaries between humans and the supreme being, bestowing luck or reprimanding descendants. They communicate through dreams and animals. A snake slithering into a hut is considered a manifestation of an ancestor visiting home and must absolutely not be killed. The Zulu believe in Unkulunkulu, the creator, but because he is too distant, they more often worship the goddess Nomkubuwan, the goddess of rain and agriculture, who is closer to them and governs fertility. In this spiritual world, the role of healers is paramount. Sangomas are diviners called by the ancestors through mysterious illnesses. They use bags of animal bones for divination to diagnose spiritual causes of problems. Alongside them are the Inyanga, traditional herbalists who hold knowledge of medicinal plants to cure physical ailments and protect people from evil forces. Together, these two forces maintain the physical and spiritual balance of the community. Language, art, and communication. The Zulu language, isiZulu, is rich in musicality and imagery, characterized by click sounds influenced by the Khoisan people. Zulu society also observes a complex linguistic code of conduct called Hlanafa, which compels married women to avoiding the names of their father-in-law or words that share syllables with those names, creating a women's language full of creativity and reverence. Although they lacked a Latin script before the arrival of Europeans, the Zulu possess a unique writing system using beads. Women weave beaded necklaces to send messages of love, white for purity, black for marriage, red for passion. The shapes of the beads also tell stories of marital status and social standing, creating colorful, wordless love letters. The nation's history is preserved through Izibongo, praise poetry. Imbongi poets, clad in animal skins, dance and chant the deeds of kings. They are also the only ones permitted to publicly criticize the king through metaphors, acting as the conscience of the kingdom. Festivals, cuisine, and modernity. Zulu ceremonial life is vibrant with the dances of earth and sky. The most famous is the reed dance, Umhlanga, held in September, where thousands of maidens present reeds to the king to celebrate virginity and cultural heritage. In December, the first fruit ceremony, Umkosi Wokweshwama, is held where the king performs a ritual tasting of the new harvest to assume spiritual risks on behalf of his people. Zulu cuisine is rooted in maize and meat, featuring dishes like the stiff porridge futu, grilled meat shisanyama, and especially the sorghum beer umkomboti. Drinking beer is a sacred social ritual. Everyone drinks from a communal clay pot to erase animosity and forge brotherhood. In the modern world, following the kingdom's fall in 1879 and the dark era of apartheid, the Zulu maintained their spirit of resistance and identity. Today, within a democratic South Africa, the Zulu Kingdom still exists as a cultural institution recognized by the Constitution. The Zulu king, while lacking direct political power, remains a spiritual beacon guiding over 12 million people, managing land through trusts and preserving heritage. The story of the Zulu does not end in museums. It lives and breathes every day, from the philosophy of Ubuntu healing the nation to the resilience of maintaining identity amidst the storms of globalization. It is a grand lesson on the power of unity and national pride.